Welcome to Daniel Reviews. Today is a video specifically dedicated on physical fitness, and we're going to try to answer one of the questions that comes up almost all the time. And that question is, how come if I'm in a calorie deficit, am I not losing weight? Let's get into it. I've seen variations of this question over and over again, and I completely understand why so many people are asking it, because they're working so hard, they're doing all the right things, and they're saying, I'm in a calorie deficit, but I'm not losing, the pounds are not coming off, I'm not seeing the difference. Why is that? And we can dig into it. I think with some help, we'll explain 3 major reasons why that is. But first, I do have to be honest with you. You're not in a calorie deficit. I know it feels like you're in a calorie deficit. Your stomach would say you're in a calorie deficit. But the truth is, if you truly were in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's pure thermal genetics, really. If you're truly in a calorie deficit and you're not losing weight, scientists would want to study you, because it's that, I don't want to say impossible, that unusual. That said, I completely understand, and I've been here myself, why it absolutely feels like you're in a calorie deficit, but you're probably not. Let's start. Reason number 1, and this is probably the biggest one that affects the most people. It's definitely hit me. I've had this happen before. And the biggest reason that you're not in a calorie deficit when you think you are is because you're not tracking accurately every single thing you eat. I know it feels like you are, but I'm telling you, you'll be surprised little ways that add up over the course of a day, over the course of a week, that results in either you're flat on your calories, or you might even be slightly above. So the big thing there is not just that you're tracking every single thing you eat. It's making sure that you're accurately tracking it. So for example, number 1, let's say you're very good at tracking your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, but in between, maybe you had a single Starburst, or a little like mini chocolate bar. I mean, I'm not talking about a big chocolate bar, I'm talking like a little piece of chocolate, right? Well, those add up. The 100-gram bar, the little piece like that, that's 100 calories right there. You do that over the course of the week, that's 700 calories you didn't account for. Starburst, a couple Starbursts, like that adds up over time, right? Secondly, let's say that's not your situation. You're not cheating, you're tracking every single thing. Well, even the food that you're tracking, there can be variations. You can, we have some great tools available, apps that we can use to track our calories. All of the restaurants and different places, have a nutritional menu where they provide the calorie count. But those are averages. Let's say you ate 1 slice of pizza and you recorded it, studiously like you should. It suggested that it's 350 calories for that slice of pizza. Well, maybe yours wasn't 350. Maybe it was a little bit more generously cut, and now that's 420. That's an extra 70 calories that you recorded or didn't record. That again adds up over time. So over the course of a week or longer, you might find that your deficit is completely wiped out just by very minor tracking errors. It adds up. That's the biggest reason, and that is something that I definitely had happen to me. Number 2, this is kind of the inverse of number 1. But let's say you are tracking all of your calories in perfectly. There's no variations. You're catching everything exactly as you should. Your exercise can also be inaccurate. They're guesstimates. When you go for a run, or you're lifting weights, or you're cycling, or doing the Stairmaster, or whatever you're doing, those exercise or those calorie burns that whether it's your smartwatch or the machine or whatever, those are again still estimates based off of your heart rate and all different kind of things, and they're not exactly accurate. So you may think that you burned 800 calories that day in exercise, but you actually didn't, right? Like maybe you only burned 600. And that 200 calories, plus or minus, you combine that with if you're also erring on entering and tracking your food, that can add up significantly and not put you in that calorie deficit that you think you're in. Lastly, and this one is probably the sneakiest and kind of the most punch in the gut way that find out that you're not in a calorie deficit. And that is that over time, your base metabolism adapts. So let's say, for example, you started on your fitness journey, you're 300 pounds, you want to lose weight. Maybe when you start this journey, your base metabolism is burning 3,000 calories a day. So you restrict your diet to 2,500 calories, you work out, you track your food, all that good things. At the beginning, you're losing 500 calories a day, let's just say. And so over the course of a week, that's 3,500 calories. That equals 1 pound. You see the pound come off. You might even see more than a pound come off because you're doing some exercise too. You're feeling great. You continue that on 2, 3, 4 weeks, seeing the weight drop. You're feeling good. You're getting more energy. Everything's great, right? Well, eventually though, maybe at the beginning, week 1 and 2, you're losing 2, 3 pounds a week. After week 7, 8, you're not losing 2, 3 pounds. You're not losing maybe even 1 pound, right? Suddenly you see that drop off, and at some point you plateau and you're like, what is going on? I'm working hard. I'm tracking my food. Well, the problem is your body is working against you. Your body recognizes that, hey, I'm not getting 3,000 calories a day inside me. I am going to slow down. Your internal metabolism slows down, and now it doesn't burn at a 3,000 calorie rate. It burns at maybe a 2,500 or 2,400. And so then you have to wind it down a little bit more to continue to get those gains. But it can definitely, if you're not aware of this, it can definitely leave you feeling very much like, I am in a calorie deficit, but I'm not losing weight. Well, probably not. If it's not number 1, if it's not number 2, it might be number 3 that's tripping you up. So these are things that you have to keep in mind to continue on that weight loss journey and to ensure that you're getting the results that you want. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. I recognize that this is not in my normal vein, but I am trying to learn and do better about my own personal fitness, and I wanted to share some things that kind of I've experienced, and I want to hopefully help you avoid if you're looking at doing your fitness journey, or you're wondering why you're plateauing on your fitness journey. Pretty good chance it's one of these 3 things. The ways around it are numerous. 1, you obviously need to make sure you are tracking correctly everything you eat. 2, you want to make sure you're accurately tracking the exercise that you do. 3, you need to be aware of whether your base metabolism has adapted, and if so, adjust your targets accordingly, or increase your exercise, right? Like, you have 2 options. You either decrease the calories you take in, or you increase the exercise, the burn that you do in a day. And I've got some thoughts on how you can do that in a few different ways, and I'll share those in a separate video. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.